Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy. How I can see I'm already doing it with my neck. I'm doing a Night at the Roxbury thing right now as the whiskey is still flowing through. Finally, we've got her here because she is one of the only people who's still working through the week. So we had to wait for a weekend. A true rock star herself, Stacy Howard in the house.
Hey!
Pew, pew, pew.
Hello, everyone.
How are my air horns? I feel like it was lackluster. Pew, 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 pew.
I think you have to do your mouth a little wider. Yeah. That's it. That's solid.
No, it really isn't solid. I feel like at this point, though, I tried.
You tried. You did your best, and that's all we can do.
It's like my quarantine slogan. I tried. So, bitch back off because I tried. And I feel that way with work. You know, with my bosses asking for things, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try as hard as I can. I feel that way with cooking. I horrifically burnt steaks. I tried. You tried.
You tried. And I think we have that excuse for maybe the next 2 years is that pandemic. I tried.
I kind of feel that way too. And because first of all, financially, you have an excuse for a long time now.
Yes.
So, you don't have to go to every single dinner, brunch, unless it's Stacey Howard's birthday brunch. And then of course you have to be there. But you don't have to you don't have to get your friends the nicer present gift. It's going to be a thought that counts 2 years.
Yes.
Because we tried.
We
tried. Let us be.
We did what we could.
And I know that you guys at home are trying too. And I appreciate you're more than trying. You're being here. You're doing. Look at the English. It comes so easily. It just flows out of my mouth. I just get all of the words. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Hey, you tried. You tried.
I fucking tried. Don't come at me, people. I tried.
I just turned on the chat. I just figured out, live comments. Okay, there we go.
Do you know how many people say that during? Because there's this thing. So for you guys who don't know, we're on this thing called StreamYard, which has a back end that you can hit comments, or there's this thing that says private chat or something. There's private chat and comments. And unless you and I are while we're talking, we're privately chatting.
Yeah, what if we're talking shit about everyone else in the live chat? That'd be
great. My God, did you see Andrew and Brandy and Kate? LOL.
Oh my gosh. LOL God. Losers. Ha ha ha.
They're all rock
we would
stars
never
here.
do that.
We would never. Well, because they're the best. You guys probably private chat about us. They really didn't try today. What the fuck was that? No trying.
No.
But hello to all you guys who are in here. Thanks for joining us, starting with a super chat, as Larry Lease always does. Hey, y'all, hit that like button. Thanks for being my pimp, Larry. It sounds weird when I say that. Thanks for pimping out the stream, Larry. That's what I mean.
I'm proud to be pimped out. I'm proud to be pimped out in this time.
Here's a statement I made during a show that I've thought a lot about recently. Nobody wants to be their own pimp. Is it a true or a false statement?
That's true. That's true. Nobody wants to pimp themselves, but
I think it's true too.
It's kind of like, when a guy DMs you and is like, "Oh, my wife loves you. You're so cute." It's like, no, your wife doesn't know who I am. Don't try and use her as the pimp.
What the fuck is that? I get that all the time.
It's their justification for saying "Oh, I like you. It's okay because my wife wants me to contact you." No, she doesn't. No,
this is literally the first time I've corresponded with anybody about this. I didn't know this was happening to
talk to Danny Fernandez about it. It happens to her all the time, and she'll do screenshots and she'll be like, "Look, what, bro? I'm not gonna get with you because your wife.
My wife loves you. She thinks you're so cute."
No. So weird.
Okay,
Don't
so
just be
other
you're
things
nice.
I haven't mentioned to other people because I thought they only were happening to me. Question for you on this, changing topics completely. I have 2 sponges. One sponge is a dirty sponge and one sponge is a clean sponge.
100%.
You have this too? So you use the dirty sponge first to get all the shit off, and then you use the clean sponge to clean the dish after the shit's off.
Yes, but then after about a few weeks, you need to rotate it.
And the clean sponge
becomes the dirty, and you introduce another clean sponge. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, Ryan gets mad at me because sometimes I use the dirty sponge when I'm not supposed to, and he's like, "This is the wrong sponge. You're using the bad one. Use the good one right now because you're trying to get it legitimately clean. I'm about to use it. We need to use this fork. We have one fork. That is not a joke.
Wait, tell me more about that.
We have one fork that because I accidentally threw one away in like a to-go Tupperware container. I was like, I'm done with this, boom. And I threw away one, maybe two forks. And we just don't, we live like bachelor lifestyles. Like we just don't have a lot of silverware. And
I need you to stop because I'm not ready to move forward from this. I'm not ready.
There's just one. I swear to God.
But like, yes, we are in a global pandemic, but also it's not like all of the forks have been discontinued. We're not talking about toilet paper. Like you could find forks. You are telling me you're ordering every day. You're ordering a face mask from Amazon. Click add forks. Add fork.
Everything you're saying is true. And yet it's just one of those things where every time you go to the grocery store, you forget one thing. You're always like, I forgot paper towels. I forgot this or that. We always forget to get forks. I know they're not even that expensive. You can get a pack of 10 for like $5 at Target. It's just a thing that we never get. And I don't know what to say. I'm embarrassed.
So many follow-ups though. Are you poo bearing everything? What are you doing?
It's like, eat? Well, okay, so it's whoever's the dominant one in the relationship that day gets the fork. So it's usually me. And then the other person needs like survival spoons.
He has no fork.
There's a situation where he does not have a fork. So he just uses a spoon or that's about it. Yeah.
Do you guys eat together ever?
We usually eat together. Dinner. We usually eat dinner together. So
is there a share one fork situation that takes place?
Not usually, no. It's kind of like we've almost decided dishes that don't require forks. Like there's not a lot of noodles in our household. Do you know what I'm saying?
You want to know what I'm not okay with?
What are you not
at this point, I'm not okay with you acquiring forks. I feel as if like this is something you've done and now you need to lie in it for all of quarantine.
Yeah. It's like you learn to live without things, like if you have to downsize or you take a pay cut or something, you're like, I don't necessarily need my own Hulu account. Like I could survive without forks. I could. There's a way to do it. And if you need to eat noodles, here's what you do. You take scissors and you cut them up and then you can just spoon them.
Yeah, but how are you going to do the Italian twist?
You don't do the Italian twist. You cut them up so that they're little, and then you spoon them. And
do they taste as good when they're little?
Yeah, they taste fine. They're noodles. They taste delicious and full of carbohydrates. Yeah, they're great.
That's like a ramen situation, but what if you're like
I cut ramen
and meatball situation? I mean, you're spaghetti and you're just
then you kind of cut it with the spoon. Like you'll gather something and then you'll cut it with the spoon around it so that it's like spoon size and you eat it that way. There's techniques. I can't go back. At this point, I can't go back.
No, you can't. We've definitely decided that, but I'm still curious. Like, so this was a situation that was taking place pre-quarantine?
Pre-quarantine. And now it's like, listen, the world is suffering. There's a lot of people that are out of work and stuff. Like, I'm not going to worry about a fork.
No, you cannot worry about a fork. I am so happy that the chat is equally as invested in this situation. I mean, you're going to have to, there's going to have to be like, if you do buy forks, I need a major announcement. It needs to be a scene.
I will. And I know it's so easy. I buy things on Amazon all the time. I'm at Target. Like, I know it would be so easy to just get like, let's just get like a set of, they have good metal sets of spoon, fork, knife at Target. They have all kinds of home decor, kitchen decor.
Target, my favorite.
And it just, I don't know why it doesn't happen, but at this point, it's almost like a game.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's almost a thing.
I don't know if I have anything to that extent. I'm trying to think of something that that's been here that I've been missing, and I've just kind of doubled down. Well, I told you I haven't been doing anything for my like care, and I should easily do that. But I feel like it is a little different.
Right away.
I need a mask, yes, but I do feel like a fork compared to a mask, like one of those is still a luxury, and clearly the luxury is the fork. The fork is the luxury.
Yeah, at this point, the fork is the luxury. I have 72 different kinds of clay and oil masks and 1 fork.
I'm going into the chat. Paul says, "Let her live her forkless life, people."
Thank you.
Zeno says hashtag forks for Stacy. I kind of want. I need you to have an Amazon wish list so that people can send you forks. Like, because I know the rock stars will. They will send you forks if you need forks. But also, I don't know that we want that. It's a tough decision at this point.
It's a hard call. It's like, do I give in? You know, do I you know, bathe in the lap of luxury with a bunch of forks, or do I continue to live my best spoon life?
Who knew this is where the show was going to go today? Who knew?
No clue.
I just didn't know within, at 1 p.m. glass of wine, glass of tea in hand, we would find out that Stacey Howard has been living a forkless life. Although I do feel like because you usually win the fork, you're not as disturbed by it. And really, it's Ryan who should be initiating a fork purchase. Let's get to the super chat. Estelle says, 2 gorgeous ladies with amazing smiles and amazing personalities.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice. I do feel like I've been doing a side smile recently.
You're doing the Drew Barrymore smile?
Yes, that's what I call it.
I've got a Drew Barrymore and I starred in Pitch Perfect. I don't know what that was the worst impression I've ever done.
Just so you know, this video lives forever. Like that will be there forever. Anytime people are like, "Can Stacy do a Drew Barrymore impression?" This clip will be pulled up.
Honestly, like I feel like I can do better. I don't really know. No,
I'm not sure.
No,
I don't know.
That wasn't.
Morse code Z says mask to fork ratio is fantastic. I kind of agree.
I almost feel like I should take my computer into the bathroom and show you guys all of the beauty things that I have, and then show you my drawer full of 1 fork. I feel like no one's gonna believe me. Maybe, we'll see how the chat goes. We'll see how the audience is feeling, and at the end, I might reward you guys with that.
It's a choose your own adventure.
It is.
I loved those growing up. I'd always pick one though, and then I'd go to it, and then I'd have buyer's remorse, and I'd be like, no, fuck that. I want the other adventure. Go back. Abort mission. Let's go to the Streamlabs. Glenn says, Stacy, what's your favorite movie to rewatch? What's your all-time favorite TV show? What's your favorite artist and band? What's your favorite album to re-listen to? Either by your favorite artist and band or someone else. So, Glenn, with these multiple parters, always let's break it down.
Okay.
Stacy will now answer her favorite movie to rewatch.
Favorite movie to rewatch 100% is The Mummy. It is my second favorite movie of all time, and it is for sure the best feel-good movie that I know of. It's full of action.
What's happening?
1999's The Mummy.
It's your feel-good movie?
Yes. It's full of action and adventure. It's like a classic, very like 40s adventure movie, and then moves to like Indiana Jones homage, and it's full of like fun things. It's The Mummy. Brendan Fraser Heads. Roxy.
No, it's not. I like the movie, but I don't know that I watch it. I'm like, this is such a feel-good.
For me, it was the first movie that I wanted to see because it came out in 99. I was 9 years old. And up until that point, I was watching like what my older brother wanted to watch or what my parents wanted to watch. But I saw the trailer and I was like, I want to see that movie. We need to go to the theater. You have to take me. They took me like 5 or 6 times. Like I begged my parents. And then when I graduated high school, my present was that we went on like a cruise, a trip. And I picked the one that went to Egypt. And because I loved Egyptology and everything with the mummy. So I've been to Egypt. I've been inside the pyramid and seen the Sphinx and floated down the Nile and everything because of that film.
Again, multiple follow-up questions. Number one, is your family just a cruise family?
Yeah, we go every year.
Well, yeah, that's amazing. I've never been on a cruise.
It's the best.
I hear they're incredible. However, also I hear they're disgusting. So I feel torn between those two things.
Here's the thing. So, like, if you wanted to do like an affordable cruise, like a cheap one, especially if it's like earning frequent flyer miles. It gets cheaper as you do it, and especially if you book it on your current trip and you get the next one. I could probably go on a 4-day cruise for like $200. It's really not bad. And that's including like room, board, food, everything. So it's really not bad. And there's usually the ones that go out of Long Beach will go to like Catalina and back. It's like a little 3-day, 4-day baby cruise. Totally worth it. Bachelorette parties, birthdays, those are like really good, 4-day weekend kind of thing. So cruising, I'm all about.
What about the food?
It's good. I love the food and everything.
But you don't get sick ever?
No. Okay. That's a lie. The last cruise I went on, I did get food poisoning on the last night of the ship. And then the day after offboarding, also flying home was the worst experience of my life. So
you did get food poisoning.
At least I think it was food poisoning. I didn't go get checked by a doctor or anything. But like
that's what I hear from everybody though. That food that's
the only thing that's ever happened. And I've been on like maybe 15, 20 cruises. So yeah. That's the only time.
That freaks me out though. Okay, so that was the Mummy. The second question, your favorite TV show, all-time TV show.
Oh, that's tough. Oh man. I mean, I'm tempted to say Game of Thrones. That's just like a gut reaction answer, but there's so many other fantastic comedy shows. I love Parks and Rec. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I love everything that you love.
Yeah. There's some classic ones in there. So I guess Game of Thrones is my go-to answer just because I've never had a show that captured my attention so much. And like every Sunday when the season was going on, like you had to see it. And no other show has been like that.
How did you feel? I know this opens up a whole can of worms, but how did you feel about the final season?
Oh, geez. Oh man, I didn't like it. I had a lot of problems with it. But at the same time, it's this incredible epic show. I know all the hard work that was put into it. So I can't say like it was terrible because it wasn't. But for me,
I loved the final season. I just didn't love the final episode.
For me, like the Battle of Winterfell was very disappointing for me. I couldn't see shit. That was
tough. That was tough. And I feel like my grandmother feels every episode of Game of Thrones. But like I had to pause and shut all of the curtains and like try to up the brightness. I mean, there was no getting around it. I couldn't see.
Yeah. And also I have like night blindness. Like I have to wear glasses at night when I drive because I can't see signs. So for me, it was really bad. I was like the whole time.
Closer.
Oh, look at that eye makeup.
The face masks are working. The eye makeup is so good. If I get that close right now, you'll see look at my greasy hair. Greasy. Can you see my eyes?
All you need is some Batiste. You just need some dry shampoo. You're good.
I have not your mother's. What's it called? Not your mom's dry shampoo.
Not your mom's dry shampoo. Yeah. That's okay. So Batiste is always my number one. It's cheap and it is just basic, solid, very good. And you can get it in different colors. So I have like the light brunette color, basically. Blondes like to get the white because it'll kind of cover their dark roots a little bit.
What color is your hair right now? Are you a light brunette or are you a redhead?
I'm not a redhead. I had all the red taken out.
Yeah, but you still look. Why do you still look red to me?
So these are my natural roots. It's like a brownish, and I naturally do have a little bit of red in my hair. All the women in my family have red hair, and all the men have red beards. So I do have red in my hair naturally.
You look like a strawberry blonde brunette.
Yeah, this is my roots, and then I had like ombre like highlights at the bottom.
Look how dark. Like, remember how look if I'm not because I'm a fake blonde. Obviously, when I pull back, like I look like dark brown.
I love it. I think you would look gorgeous with like a mahogany brown with like a little bit of like a red sheen to it.
Is this a good look?
Yes, it is. It is. You look fresh.
Look at this pointer. I'm like alfalfa.
You got.
Look, I told you the grease helps it stand up.
It does.
Look at that.
It does.
She's really doing it. Wait, more parts of this question.
Oh, sorry. We keep getting so off topic.
I know. Artist and band, and then album to re-listen to by that artist and band or not.
All right. I'm going to be honest and say that I'm not a big music person. Like I'll pretty much listen to whatever is like top on iTunes or not even iTunes. This doesn't exist anymore. Apple Music.
You know, I like texting about it, like Beyonce, Lizzo, things like that, right?
Yeah. Beyonce, Lizzo. I like hip hop. I like R&B.
Are you following Lizzo on TikTok right now?
No, I know sometimes she does like the little like the booty shakes with the bowl of hot Cheetos and things like that. She has great content. I love her.
She's worth your follow right now. It's worth getting a TikTok to follow Lizzo alone. Are you on TikTok?
No, I have a TikTok and I've made 2, but I haven't really revisited it in like a year. And everyone's obsessed with it now that everyone's home. So I need to get back on it.
Some people are just winning quarantine, and TikTok won.
They know
they
what to do.
won quarantine.
I mean that company Hot to Handle on Netflix.
Oh, did you watch?
Yes,
it was so good.
It was. It's perfect reality television because they film it like I've never seen Big Brother, like the show Big Brother, but they film it like without the cameraman, like physically with the people. Like they just have cameras set up, and so people feel a little more free,
comfortable.
So they, comfortable when they say things that like make them look terrible and like idiots, which is the best for reality television. So,
what do you think about the fact that Harry and Francesca are like full blown together?
I love that. Good for them. Like that was.
But I'm still mad at him that he was like that. He lied, and he made it look like she lied at first.
Yeah, but that was also before they had grown as a couple.
That's true.
You got to let people make mistakes.
Why? What about Sharona and Ronda? Why didn't they work? I don't understand. They're not together anymore. I don't get it. They were perfect.
I think they weren't able to get because they had bigger issues than Harry and Francesca. Like she has a little boy that has to be her first priority. Right. He has very serious trust issues with seems like his friends and even his family too. So I don't think that they were ready, and I don't think those kind of problems can be solved in a month. So
thank you for being the love expert on this show today. I need it.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite artist album was the second part. So
I would guess I mean, let's go with like Adele 21. You know,
great ones. Good calls.
Let's go with that.
Going back to our fork debacle, Jason Surge, here, Roxy, split this with Stacy so she can buy a pack of damn forks. I don't know that she will. Stacy, if I send you $10, are you gonna buy a face mask or forks? It's your prerogative.
I can't lie. It would probably be face mask, and it's not just face mask. It's also like oils and serums,
treatments,
dermabrasion roller. Treatments, moisturizers.
See, I'm really annoyed right now because I want to make my bathroom into a spa.
Oh,
but I have a shower that is the size of my body. Literally,
you gotta get literally. Okay. You have to get a tall tower. It can be this small. It's gonna be little, but it's a tall tower, and you have multiple shelves.
Yeah, the thing is, I can't even sit down. Like I want to like sit and be in I want to steam or something. It's my size. The shower, like if I put my elbow out, it hits a wall.
Me too. Mine has a tub, but I don't really like to sit in the tub. I think
it has one if you needed it.
True.
I hate tubs. But now that I don't have
you gotta get a hanging caddy.
I have a hanging caddy. I have both those things.
You gotta do hanging and the tall tower.
I have both those things, but it just doesn't. It's just not I'll send pictures to you later.
Then do it like set another tower outside of the shower, like by the toilet.
What am I putting in the towers?
Like things you can put. Like I have giant shampoo bottles that will very clearly not fit in my shower or on the sides of it. So I have like a little thing on the outside, and I can like the shampoo bottle is like this big, and so you can like set it, and so I have little towers.
But why do you have such big shampoo bottles?
Because it was on sale at TJ Maxx. God, Mom.
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx, Marshalls, right down the street from me.
The best.
Yeah, the best. Mm-hmm.
Weston says, hello there to this soon-to-be witnessed winning combination. Ooh. Would either of you take a fully transparent tour of Area 51 if you were ever invited and had unlimited access to all of the information there?
Absolutely.
Wow. What a great question. Duh.
Yes.
Yes, duh.
Yes. I love conspiracy theories. I love UFO stories and ghost stories and disappearance stories. I love true crime and murder. Shout out to my favorite murder podcast. I love those ladies. So all stories like that, weird things, crazy things, unexplained things. Yes.
Let's talk about this because we mentioned it on the show earlier, but or earlier this week, but I didn't get your thoughts on it. Have you been looking at the UFO footage from the Pentagon that was released?
Yeah, and I don't know. It's like things are classified as a UFO because they're unidentified. Doesn't mean that it's like an alien.
Right.
So there's so many different kinds of spacecrafts that are created. I have several friends that are engineers and they work for Boeing. And so they're kind of all into like, like the airplane things.
Mm-hmm.
So
what did they say? Have you talked to any of them?
I talked to one guy and he was basically just like, listen, the government and other, groups experiment with like planes and things all the time. So it's really.
Couldn't it be a drone? Couldn't it literally be somebody flying something?
It could be like a drone and they attach lights to it. I don't know. That's why it's a UFO. It's unidentified. I hope that there's aliens. I do. I hope that there's aliens that come down.
I don't feel like now's a good time.
Not now.
No.
Not now.
Can they just wait like a couple months? Or unless they're gonna help. Unless they're like, we actually dealt with Corona a couple years ago. We got this.
Yeah.
Then we'll take you.
Unless they share the formula for the vaccine.
Thank you, aliens. Let's go into the Patreon questions for Stacy. Patreon.com/Roxy Stryer. JE says, if you could be an animorph, change into other creatures, what would be your crime-fighting thing to change into?
Is Animorphs those books I used to read when I was younger where it starts off as a human, the book cover starts off as a human and then like changes into the animal gradually? Like
I don't know.
You can see it morphing.
It just says that it's changed into other creatures. I think Animorph is like, if I'm Roxy, but then like I'm a tiger fighting people.
I think I would probably be like an eagle. Like I would want to fly. You could escape a lot of situations that way.
But who are you can eagles really crime fight?
I mean, they have talons. They have sharp beaks.
What do you do? Fly down and
fly back up? Just take out someone's eyes and then
I guess lift them and then drop them.
True. Ooh. If I was like a super strong eagle, I could lift someone and then drop them to their death.
It's kind of
badass
and also scary. Glenn Caesar says, hello, Roxy and Stacy. Happy Sunday. It's great to have you on the show, Stacy. Thanks for virtually hanging out with us today. It's cool to have you represent the rock stars in the Schmodown and hope you bring home the win versus Zipper. Glad you're in the rock stars band. Stacy, growing up as a kid, what was your favorite place to visit and spend time for vacation? And as an adult, what's been your favorite travel destination to spend time, either for vacation or just some me time?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'll answer the adult question first because what first comes to mind when I was studying abroad. I studied abroad in Barcelona, and then
did you do like 4 months there or a semester there?
Yeah. Wow. Or I did like a summer there, so it was like 8 weeks, I want to say. And it was amazing, best time of my life. And you only had class like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And so the rest of the week they let us do whatever. So we would do weekend trips to Paris and Brussels and Madrid and whatever. But I went to Interlaken, Switzerland, and it was the most beautiful place I've ever been to. So tranquil and beautiful, surrounded by nature. And it's the like extreme sports capital of the world. So we went like hang gliding, canyoning, hiking. You go up and like hike under a waterfall, and there's like a little sheep with a bell on its neck. And
did you go with people who were abroad with you, or who was?
Yeah, it was like my school, my class, and so we would we'd kind of break off in little groups, like whoever you were better friends with. You'd be like, let's go to Paris this weekend. And
because it's so cheap to travel between places.
Cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's like €25 for a train ticket to wherever, and you just sleep in the airport. We slept hostels were like €25-30 a night. So yeah, it wasn't like the most glamorous travel, but it was amazing. So every young person, or even like if you don't have kids, you don't have like, a dog or anything back here, go to Europe, get a, $1,200 plane ticket. Like that's the most expensive thing over there. And then just spend your money traveling, spend your money on planes, trains, and automobiles. Don't worry about hotels or expensive food or whatever. Just go.
I'm so with you. Yeah. We only did 6 weeks, but I backpacked around Europe with my best friend in the summer once, and it was just like fucking flawless. I mean, it's disgusting. I was staying in hostels and like, showering with my flip-flops on. But
yeah.
It's there's nothing cooler than being able to do that.
Nothing cooler.
Especially if you're in your 20s. It's the way to it's the way to go. But what about as a kid?
As a kid, we didn't. Oh, I'm trying to think of. I guess DC. I loved
when you did the cruises.
Yeah, I did the cruises, and those were always fun. But I'm trying to think of like when I was a child. I didn't start cruising until I was like maybe like 15, 16. So when I was a little kid, I loved DC. That was probably my favorite trip, and I did like the night tour during the summer, so it was warm, but it wasn't like sweltering or hot. It was dark, and everything is lit up beautifully. DC is gorgeous at night. I love it. And so seeing all the monuments and feeling like very humbled and like thinking about the sacrifices that soldiers have made and the armed forces, and just everything was gorgeous. And I was like, this is amazing. I think that was my standout trip, was a night tour in DC.
Did you go with your family?
Yeah. I went with my grandpa's a peanut farmer. And he was on.
Does that mean it literally what it sounds like?
Yeah. He's a farmer, and his farm is full of peanuts.
Okay.
Not penis, peanuts. Sometimes I don't know if I pronounce it right. And him and my grandmother were on the National Peanut Farmers Board. And so they would every year they would have like a meeting, and it would be at different places around America. And so this one time it was in DC, and they said they always took a grandkid during these meetings, like, oh, let's take you to Niagara Falls. Let's take you to New York. Let's take you to this or that, wherever these meetings were, because they, the board would pay for our ticket. And so we're like, why not have a grandkid come and experience that for free? And so I got to go with them on this one time, and it was in DC, and it was just awesome. I loved it. I ended up interning in DC when I was in college because I loved DC so much. So yeah.
What did you intern doing?
I worked for the Senate Committee on Rules and Administration. So
did you think you wanted to go into politics?
I watched The West Wing a lot. And so I was like, that just seems like somewhere cool to be and to feel important. So I had like my dad's friend knew someone, so I got an interview, and then I ended up getting a job. It wasn't really for me. Government work has like too much red tape involved with it, and I want to be a little more creative. So I ended up, not choosing that path, but it was a great experience. And, once in a lifetime, I'll never forget it. It was awesome.
I still can't get over the peanut farmer thing.
Yeah. His peanuts are in Jif peanut butter, so always buy Jif.
That's my favorite.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I like extra smooth. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay. Don't tell my grandparents this, and no one will ever find out because they don't know how to work the computer. I don't like peanuts. I don't like nuts of any kind. It's a texture thing, but I love peanut butter. So
I love peanut butter.
But nuts of any kind.
She does the Jif peanuts.
Yeah.
I love Jif peanut butter. And I love their smooth peanut butter. I have it almost every day. I have it at nighttime when I put it on Oreos, and I have it for breakfast when I put it on apples. I love a good PB&J. I like grape jelly with my Jif peanut butter. I'm such a Jif girl. Tell them thank you.
I will.
Please thank them for me.
And they have Mr. Peanuts things all over their house. They have like little statues and like a kitchen towel with Mr. Peanut on it. So
when you go to their place, does it smell like peanuts?
They live on the country, so it kind of smells like everything. Kind of smells like nature. I mean, they have a normal, clean home, but like
it smells like everything.
Yeah, they have. It smells like my grandma always smells like ferns because she's constantly like doing her planters, the ones that hang, on the back porch, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's it smells
really
like a country grandparent's house.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Garth McMurray says, Stacy, you are well known for being a breaker of brackets, wheels, and hearts. Mm-hmm. But what do you like to create? What creative things do you love doing, like art, music, etc.?
I really like writing, I would say, is my most creative. Whether it's writing for myself or, like I'm a marketing major, so I've had a bunch of different kinds of jobs. So writing for the job, whatever it is, I really like to write. I would say that's my most creative space. I have like really vivid dreams.
Like so, editorial or features, or like what's the writing?
I guess editorial, more like that. So just kind of like stating my, opinions on things or whatever. I like to write, I would say.
Wait, what about the dreams?
What I was getting at was, so I have really vivid dreams. And so I try like, I like try and think of scenarios, or like, think about different experiences and things like that. So I just feel like thinking and writing is like my creative thing, versus I'm not musical. I mean, I can sing kind of, but I can't play instruments. My boyfriend has like guitars and pianos all over the place. He teaches himself. Not music, not really an actress.
Wait, I don't think I've ever asked you this, but what is the dream of dream jobs, goals? What is the like
I
top of
would
the
say like
top?
event coordinator. So, I did Malton Fest, which is amazing. I've produced several events for like the theater I used to work for and different things like that. So if I could help produce and create events and bring things together, bring people together, especially for like film and television, I think that'd be awesome. So yeah, I think like a producer.
Well, that's creative.
Producer. Yeah. So that's
an
creative,
artistic. Yeah, of course.
Sure.
What do you like to create? Events.
Yeah, events. But I'm more like, I'm a detail-oriented person. So I think that's why I do more events. Like, I'm like, okay, everything is in line. We have all of our ducks in a row. Everyone's here. This is missing. Let's go get it. This problem is happening. Here's the solution. I'm very like, results-driven, detail-oriented person versus like a creative person. Someone that would like write a script or, act in a film or something. So I don't really consider myself an artist in that way, but like, I like to help bring people together and create an experience, I guess. Ooh, is that an answer? Yeah.
Isn't it always so great when you answer questions about your life? That's how I do it too. Is that right? I said it out loud. There it is. Douglas Emmett says, "Hey, Stacy, I'm just wondering, what is the most demanding thing about your job as a marketing and event coordinator?" So that's actually a great follow-up.
The most demanding thing is people. Everybody has a different personality and way of working. So I think the most important thing is you have to know who you're working with and how to respond to different things. So you can't just have your own personality and like, well, this is the way it is. You have to kind of accommodate everyone in order to get people to do what you need them to do. So
is it often that people's vision that you're trying to execute is not what your vision would be?
Yeah, like, and this isn't anything currently I'm working on. This is just in general. It's like, you have to figure out how to do something. If someone wants it, even though maybe you're like, I'm not sure if that's gonna work, but you have to just try and make it happen. And you have to make it happen with whatever you got, whoever you got. So you got to work with those different personalities. And
what do you say? Do you ever vocalize like, I don't think that's a good idea?
No, you can't say that, because most times people will be like, all right, F you, bye. So you have to just kind of be like, well, these are the challenges that are presented with that. And here's the steps that we can take to do that. So if you're willing to take those steps, then, we can move forward. So you have to be very like devil's advocate, not devil's advocate. You have to be willing to kind of compromise, and you can never say like, no, that's dumb.
I would be really fucking horrific at that. Because sometimes I'm sure people pitch things that are like, no, but you have to say yes. Although wow, that's got to take a lot of self-restraint.
I say like, well, that's going to be a challenge a lot. Like that's what I would say is my most used phrase. That'll be a challenge. You just have to try and make it work. That's the job. Anybody can, send out a million emails to try and confirm details and try and book this or that. But your personality and the way that you work has to be your most valuable asset, and how you handle things and, get shit done, basically. So.
Yeah. Wow. I have a lot of respect for that. There's been people in the chat and the Patreon, talking about this match coming up. That is, I believe, in a week. I believe the zipper match is in a week. Did I make that up? I asked Christian about it.
I don't know.
I think it's in a week from now. So obviously we can't talk about it too much, but I just did want to ask, going into it, kind of your thoughts a little bit, how you were feeling, any kind of preparation stuff, like just in general, because I know people are interested in Schmodown Stacy Sassy.
Listen, going into it, I feel confident because I always feel confident. Preparation, no. I know what I know. I'm not going to
So what's
sit
your
here.
thing? So you're not a studier.
No, I don't like to study. I just feel, and I also feel like I do better when I don't study.
Because you're in your head too much?
Yeah, I'm in my head too much. I psych myself up too much. And it's just like, I feel like it's all going to go away when I panic anyway. So why waste my time with it? Why not just live my life? And then when it's the day of the match, I'm like, oh yeah, I have a match. Let's go. And, when I'm under pressure is when I perform the best. You will see.
Is that in life in general?
Yeah, I would say so. Mm-hmm.
There's this test. There's this test that they have people do where, what is it? You're like finding okay, let me do a better job explaining this. There was a guy whose name I'm blanking on right now, but he is the brain coach for a lot of NFL people like Russell Wilson, and he goes in and sees how people perform best. And I'll get his name in a minute. What the fuck is it? We're actually friendly. He's great, but he performs this test where you're trying to find numbers on a board. Mm-hmm. So he'll shout out a number like 57 and you try to find it to circle it. And then he'll say 3 and you'll try to find it to circle it. And then he'll have you do the same thing while somebody's watching you. Like nothing else changes, just somebody's watching you. And then he'll have people do the same thing while somebody's yelling at them. Like, find 57, you got it, like whatever it is. And you see how in which scenario you find more numbers and the quickest. And I always think that that's so fascinating to know about yourself. Like, are you somebody who does not perform well under pressure, who just needs like to clear the space? Or are you somebody who likes to be coached and talked to and the pressure's on and 5 seconds left or whatever it is? And so I think that that's interesting that you're somebody who performs well under pressure, but doesn't like to put the pressure of studying on, because those things seem kind of like opposite. You know what I mean?
I mean, if it was, how do I put this? If it was anything
Trevor Moad. Thank you. Trevor Moad. Yes. That is his name. Appreciate you. Thank you, Zeno Hour. Trevor Moad. He's great. Sorry, continue, Stacy.
If it was anything else in life, I would want to prepare and do my best, obviously. But for me, the Schmodown is really just something fun. And it doesn't, like at my funeral, are they going to say, hey, Stacy got, 25 points in this match? No. So I just try and not convert too much emotion and energy to it. I try and save that for things that are going to take me to the career I want and help me spend time with my friends and my family and my boyfriend and my dog and things that I know matter to me and that I love. I like the Schmodown and I have a lot of fun with it. So that's where
it's been a great way to like be in the community, make friends. Like I kind of look at it similarly, where it's just such an awesome thing. But you are right that like for where you want to get in your career, is this the thing? Right. By the way, on that note, what do you want them to say at your funeral? Have you thought about that? Well, you just said it.
I have thought about that scenario. I guess I'd want them to say like that I was a good friend and a good, daughter and wife, and that I gave back to the community. And to like, I don't know, like play a video of me as an old woman, like flirting with the pool boy and like being funny. Like I want to be like a sassy old woman who like lived her life to her fullest and is like 94, wrinkled and tan in Florida, and is just like, loving it. So I hope that I hope my funeral is like full of celebratory things and that
people drinking,
people drinking,
good stories.
Like an Irish funeral. I think that'd be great.
Are you Irish?
No, I'm not. Well, maybe a little bit actually. I think I'm like European. I'm a white girl. I'm like German, Irish, British a little bit. That's about it. Yeah.
A European mutt.
Yeah, European
term. I'm sure. Going to Streamlabs, Weston says, thanks for reminding me to update my name on Patreon. Animorphs is my favorite book series. Did I say to update your name on Patreon? I don't even know what that means. Stacy of all trades was correct.
Oh.
who would you, Stacy, like to work with that isn't already in the movie trivia schmodown and also in the movie trivia schmodown? You seem like a great fit with Mara. Okay, so who would you want to work with who isn't in the movie trivia schmodown, and who do you want to work with who is in the movie trivia schmodown?
Oh, great question. Who isn't in the movie trivia schmodown?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt would be amazing. I think, you know what? I think I would love to work with someone from like a reality show who's just like a good time. Like the girl, I think her name was Chloe, the
I'm
British girl
obsessed with her.
She's amazing. She was so fun.
Her.
And you know, like she seems like she puts on the ditzy act. You can tell no one is that dumb.
Yeah, and she says she's dumb, but I actually think that that's kind of sad that she says she's that dumb, because I don't think she is. I think she is dumb, maybe, but not. I think she's a good person. She's sweet. Yeah.
And she sounds fun. And I love like sassy British babes. You know, I love like, okay, here's an example. I was in London one time. I was trying to get on the train. I was in line to get like their little Metro card or whatever. And someone in front of me needed some change. And so I gave them some. And she was like, oh my God, thanks, you're a star. And I was like, I'm a star. Oh my God. So I love like sassy British women. So I love someone like that as a partner, just like someone to have a good time with, you know?
Isn't it funny the things that we remember? Like that girl, in the nicest way possible, that girl is not going to remember that moment.
Will never think of me ever.
But like those moments stand out to me too, and like you were a star in that.
Yeah, I was like, I'll till my dying day, until my funeral, when they talk about how fabulous I was, that everyone's having a drink and laughing, I will be like,
I tells that story at my funeral. Please remember that I was a star.
Yes.
Okay, so that's somebody outside. Who inside? Anybody that you feel like you'd want to work with?
Oh man. There's some really great players. I would love to work with, someone mentioned Mara, but for me, I just feel like I need someone like more on my energy level. Mara is very like focused player. She's very intelligent. I need someone like a little bit wild and crazy like I am, because I would just feel like I'd freak anyone else out, you know? So whoever's like a high energy.
But sometimes those balance each other out kind of though. Like I feel like a Rachel Clark situation where Clark is much more like high energy and Rachel is much more, you know, she's less of a performer. So sometimes that could work, but I'm trying to think of somebody under your description who would be super duper high energy. Well, you guys let us know.
Yeah.
Weston says the machine. Machine is high energy for sure. Janine does. Video Drew is pretty high up there, says Weston. Dominic says Guy. Yeah, PLD says Guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a guy partner. I wouldn't mind a male partner.
No, Guy like Andrew Guy.
Oh no, I know Andrew Guy, but I'm saying I wouldn't mind a male partner like him. And also any guy.
Star Drew says Guy isn't sassy enough. Guy's pretty sassy. I don't know. He's pretty sassy.
He's more of like a movie villain versus like a fun time sassy. Like there's different levels and different energies of sassy.
I feel like a Makuga. I feel like Makuga would be so fun.
Yeah, Makuga might be good. And they broke up, right? The Wildberries?
Yeah, you guys would have such a blast.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
All right, going back into the Streamlabs, Gingerbread said, can you guys guess each other's zodiac signs if you don't already know them? I'm getting Virgo signs from Stacy. Also, have you guys watched the show Rectify? If you loved Leftovers, you will love that show. So Stacy and I, right before we talked, we came on air, Stacy was talking to me about the day of her birthday. So literally I know now, but I don't know if you know my birthday. Could you guess my sign? Are you into astrology at all?
I'm not really. I mean, I know like Gemini is like the twins. It has like dual personalities, right?
Why do I give you Gemini vibes?
No, I'm just saying the ones that I know, because there's like Virgo and Pisces. I don't know. I'm not into the signs. I'm not sure. How about we just tell each other our signs, and then you tell me if
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Yeah.
So
you know I'm May 16th is my birthday, so I'm obviously a Taurus. which is supposed to be, I guess, like stubborn. It's like a bull or something.
No, so let's just see. I'm going to see like what are the things about it. I have friends that are super into, by the way, I spelled Taurus Tores, so that shows how much I know.
Like Taurus, like
T to autocorrect. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see, because I don't know. One of my best friends knows all about this stuff, and she says like your rising sign is this, your moon sign is this, your whatever. Oh, yeah. Like there's so many different things, but I don't really know shit. So let's see, Taurus, as your element is earth, your quality is fixed. I have no fucking idea what that means.
No clue.
Your day is Friday and Monday.
Oh, I have a day?
Tomorrow's your day, girl. Right. Your greatest overall compatibility is Scorpio and Cancer, which is good because I'm a Cancer.
Oh, great.
Whoa. Your lucky numbers are 2, 6, 9, 12, and 24. And your strengths are reliable, patient, practical, devoted, responsible, stable. Would you say that's accurate?
I would say that is accurate, yes. And it also goes along with like immovable, like I'm stubborn because I'm all those things.
Well, your weaknesses are stubborn, possessive, and uncompromising. Yeah. I kind of feel like they just repeated themselves. Yeah. Stubborn and uncompromising are very similar things. Yeah. We just, all right.
Same thing.
It says that you like gardening, cooking, music, romance, high quality clothes, and working with hands. Working with hands.
I don't like to work with my hands. No. I do like high quality clothing, and
Yeah, but like other people who don't like high quality clothing.
Some people don't care.
Some people don't care, but like, but if you said, do you prefer high quality clothing or not? I think he'd probably be like, yeah. No,
I think it means like not just high quality, but also like more expensive, maybe like labels. Designer. And some people are like, I'm not into that. I just want like a Hanes cotton t-shirt and some jeans, so.
Okay. You dislike sudden changes, complications, insecurity of any kind, and synthetic fabrics.
I feel like all that's accurate. Yeah. Who likes polyester? Who likes that?
What does it mean to dislike
polyester?
When it says you dislike insecurity of any kind, does that mean on yourself or other people? Like if other people are insecure, you're like, no, fuck that.
It means like if I'm okay, so like if I have a situation that's insecure, if I'm like, oh man, I just lost my job, I don't know what.
Oh, you don't like that?
Yeah, I don't like not knowing what's going to happen. I don't like not knowing the plan, and all that is true. I try and plan everything out. I mean, I coordinate events. Like everything has to be to the T. So
yeah. Okay, let's see. So I'm a Cancer, which means I don't know. I'm gonna Google it. Cancer means I want to find that same website, but for Cancer, that one broke everything down so nice. Oh, I found it. Okay.
Okay.
My element is water. My quality is cardinal. What the fuck's a quality?
I don't know.
All right. My days are Monday and Thursday. So we both share Monday. Okay.
We both share Monday. Okay.
My ruler is moon. My greatest compatibilities are Capricorn and Taurus. My lucky numbers are 2, 3, 15, and 20. My strengths are tenacious, highly imaginative, loyal, emotional, sympathetic, and persuasive. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I think that I don't know that I would call emotional a strength, but for sure.
I'm very emotional. I cry very easy. So I think it is a strength because you always know how you feel and everyone else does.
That's true. That's true. My weaknesses are moody, for sure. Pessimistic. I don't think I'm pessimistic. Suspicious, for sure. Manipulative and insecure. I feel like the moody one really is true with this girl. I'm so fucking moody. It's like, whoa, hard to keep up.
Me too.
I like art, home-based hobbies, relaxing near or in water. See, that's why I want the bigger shower. I can't relax in my fucking shower. Helping loved ones or a good meal with friends. Yeah, for sure. I like all those things. I dislike strangers, any criticism of mom, or or revealing of personal life. I feel like those
This is
dislikes
very specific.
they're very specific, and I feel like those dislikes are so not me. Strangers I love. Revealing of personal life.
Hello.
And criticism of mom. I mean, I guess that's true because like she's passed away, so it's kind of dick if you criticize somebody who's gone. But like,
True.
I don't think when she was around, I was particularly like, don't criticize. Like, I think everybody kind of doesn't like their mom to be criticized. Like, those dislikes are strange. Yeah, I mean, who's like, yeah, you know what you should do? Criticize my mom. Like, it's just not. By the way, I see that we are joined by our dear Miss Movies. Hi, babe. Happy to have you in here. Hello.
Brianne, I need to bring your costumes back this week. I have a bag full of
What does that mean?
It means exactly that. I've got a bag full of costumes she gave me, and I need to swing by her house this week and drop them off.
Anything good in there?
I did the Greatest Showman entrance for, I think it was the free for all or something. Can't remember. And she lent that to me and a couple other things that I hadn't used. So I got to bring it back to her.
I'm glad we learned more about our signs today, by the way.
Me too. I feel like sometimes people use signs as an excuse. Like, I'm a Capricorn, you know me. I'm like, no, I actually don't. And I don't care what the newspaper says.
It just seems ludicrous to me that the day that you were born should be reason for you to justify being a dick.
Right.
That's not like
I'm a Gemini, a little bipolar. No.
Anytime I'm being moody and I'm like, well, Cancer, it's like, no, you're just being a moody bitch. And like, I know that about myself. I'm being moody, but it's not because I was born in July.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
strange.
Exactly.
Going back,
there's different ones though. There's like I think it's like the Chinese symbol, or like whenever
the year of the
yeah, that I found is actually pretty accurate when you look up your thing. So,
really?
Yeah. Ryan,
Miss Movie says she's excited for your match this week.
Okay. All right. Bye. Oh, yay!
Is he leaving? Where is he going?
He has very squishy shoes. He has those shoes with the toes in them, and so it's like.
What do you mean the shoes with the toes?
Ryan, show your shoes.
Are they toe shoes?
Can you show your shoes?
Show your shoes.
Toes.
They're literally the toe shoes. I used to own a pair of those. Is he going running?
I don't know what he's doing. He's leaving right now.
They're good for running.
Yeah. Good for running.
Do not leave her. She doesn't like insecurity.
Stop, I'm insecure.
Any kind.
Don't. I'm a
any
Taurus.
kind.
He's gone. He's out the door. Okay, fine.
He didn't even care that you were a Taurus in that moment. God damn. A couple more questions coming in from the Streamlabs before we get out of here. Garth Harkness McMurray said, Roxy, the singles match of Stacy Howard versus Eric Zipper is in the Patreon tomorrow, then public on YouTube on Friday. I'm rooting for Stacy to get a win for the rock stars. Stacy, do you watch movies you hate just to study for Schmodown ever? And if so, which ones? I'm glad you're rooting for Stacy. Me too, obviously. But for anything that you hate, have you ever watched a movie you hate for Schmodown?
I have in the past, and the only ones I've done recently, because it was on Epix, which is like one of those free apps you get with Apple TV, is I watched several of the Bond films. We watched all the Connery Bond films.
I've only ever seen GoldenEye, but I'm hearing such mixed things on whether I should do a Bond binge or not.
Well, it was on Epix for free, but now I looked the other day and it was gone. So I wouldn't pay for Bond films. They're kind of like, you want to see them once just to say, oh yeah, I've seen all the Bond films. But, at the end they're cool films. They have the same tropes, they go over all the little gadgets. Connery's very womanizing. And
that's what I hear.
He's horrible. He slaps women around.
I don't have much.
Stranded. No.
Horrible.
Also, I just watched, what is it called? You Only Live Twice, and he's in Japan. And they literally are like, so we're going to turn you into a Japanese man, train you as a samurai, and, put you undercover into this thing. So they put little eye things on him. They give him a weird wig. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? I was very uncomfortable watching this entire sequence. And I'm like, and then he gets off
what year is it? When was it?
67, something like that. And then he gets off the boat and is like, arigato. He says it in his British accent. I'm like, what are you doing? You are not Japanese. It's so weird.
It's very uncomfortable.
And very, very, it did not age well. So yeah, there you go.
Weston says, wow, I've never seen that one. Yeah, Bond movies are trash, says Coming Down Rosamund's Pike. By the way, that's an epic handle.
Oh, it was 67, Jay.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
Way to go. Movie release date.
Woo!
Glenn says, Stacy. Oh, Glenn loves to ask food related questions to the guests. So here are Glenn's food related questions. What is your favorite meal to have when you're feeling down or because you love it so much?
Anything. Wine for sure. I'd say I'm a classic Southern girl and that I love fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, a nice like honey butter biscuit. Yeah, that I'd say that's my go-to feel-good meal.
Mashed potatoes sounds so good right now.
So good.
Oh,
order Postmates Popeyes. Honestly, just get a 5-piece chicken strip with a side of mashed potatoes and gravy and a biscuit, and you will feel like total shit, and it's gonna be worth it.
What is it? Love that chicken from Popeyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, the next part of this is your favorite breakfast food.
Favorite breakfast food right now at this moment, avocado toast. And then you have to have a little bit of the sea salt on the top.
Ooh, that was a good clarification. I like the sea salt, or good addition. Question 3 is the favorite dessert.
Ooh, cupcakes. I love cupcakes so much.
What kind?
Good. I would say vanilla cupcake with chocolate frosting.
I'm a chocolate cupcake with vanilla frosting.
Whoa, flip it.
But at least you have chocolate and vanilla in yours, because I like the crossover. That's the important part. You got to have both. Also, the last part of the food related question is favorite late night snack.
Late night snack. Nachos. Just get some, Tostitos, chips, and a ton of like shredded cheddar cheese. Cover it, melt it a little bit, and chef's kiss.
I love that you cover it.
And some people only do a little bit, and then the outer edge chips don't have any cheese, and you're like, "What the fuck? I want to just eat like a warm Tostitos chip." I don't think so. I want it to be drowned in cheese.
I do not relate. I hate cheese. I hate it so much.
What?
I don't know. I have an issue.
No, Roxy.
Ugh.
I'm upset. I could live on only cheese.
Oh my God. I would die. I would legitimately
Gouda,
die.
some like herb cream cheese.
Brutal.
Spread on crackers with a glass of wine. Delish. My fave.
Okay, Mr. Caesar said, thanks for giving us a fun show, Roxy and Stacy. 2 thumbs up. If you could pick a special ability or superpower, what would it be? I.e., wish granting, cloning yourself, controlling an element like water, fire, air, having a healing power for yourself or others, etc. What do you think? I like the samples today.
I mean, if I was in like a movie, or if I was like a doctor or something, I would want like the healing power, so that I could like help heal people.
What do you mean if you were in a movie?
If I was a superhero in a movie and I needed these powers to do good, then I would be like a healer of some kind. The
ability to eat without a fork.
Yeah. I already possess that superpower. Thank you very much.
I know.
But then if it was just like real life, I guess I'd want to be invisible so I could get away with like.
I'm surprised you didn't say fly. Like, you picked a hawk or whatever.
Yeah, but that is in real life. That doesn't do anything. I could fly in a plane. I would want to be invisible, and then I could like steal stuff. That sounds bad, but I would want to like go steal really.
What are you stealing?
Face cream, clothes, shoes, things that I want that I can't afford. It sounds bad and materialistic, but I'm just trying to be honest and expose my soul to you guys. So
you really wouldn't get caught that way. And maybe you could use it for good too, because like, I don't know, maybe the bad guys took the diamonds.
Yeah.
And so you can be invisible and steal that.
Yeah, you can use invisibility for good things. Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that you'd be a supervillain. You would be an anti-hero.
Yeah, I think I'd be an anti-hero. I'd definitely be like a Harley Quinn-esque kind of thing, where she has now become an anti-hero in her own film. So Yeah.
I love it. Stacy, that's all the time we have today, but you're in a million different places right now. I know mostly just working, but you also are on social media, which is underneath you. Anything that you've got going on that you want people to see, watch, follow? I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, like it's a DJ.
You should just watch my match that comes out this Friday, apparently, or something. Whatever's coming
tomorrow,
out.
Patreon, or this
tomorrow Patreon, and then
this week
YouTube later, something like that. Just watch that, and then you can find me on all my social medias. That's it.
I don't want to let you go. It's wine hour.
I know
we're together, but not.
I mean, you know, we could kick everyone else out and still talk and have a glass of wine. Do you know how many Zoom wine glass sessions that I've had with all my girlfriends? I've Zoom wine glass with people that I haven't spoken to in years, but all of a sudden everyone wants to check in, and I'm like, sure, why not have a happy hour?
It is so true, but also like I checked in with a friend the other day and they didn't respond, and it's like, that's so dick. What are you doing during this time? It's
maybe,
like,
I mean, Roxy, maybe the worst. Maybe.
I see her on Instagram posting sexy pics. So
then she for sure ghosted you.
For sure. And like, why?
She's too busy, you know, taking sexy pics and answering DMs that say, "Hey, my wife and I love you." So bringing it back, circling it
real.
back.
Yeah, we've circled back with the forks, with the pics. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to have on a guest because I've been building Central Perk on Legos, and I only have one package left, but I've decided that I can't multitask enough to have a guest on and build Legos at the same time.
That's hard.
So I think I'm going to just finish off the Legos tomorrow, guys, because I need to. And then this week on Tuesday, Tom Dagnino is coming on. And on Wednesday, Coy Jandro is coming on. So some great people. While Brienne's in here, we should text afterwards because I asked Brienne if she would come on soon. And she said, yes, we just got a schedule. And guys, let me know who else you guys want to see. That's how, because I'm like the weirdest person ever and so strange about asking people, that's how you guys tell people to come on and then I confirm it because I'm an awkward duckling. So awkward. Isn't it awkward to ask somebody to come on your show? It's strange.
It is. It really isn't. I mean, it's awkward to ask anybody of anything.
I know. Like, I'm so weird.
Do you want to help me?
My face, the feeling of it all. But Stacy, thank you for joining us. So excited for your match. It's a weird time for Schmodown, so I'm just glad that these matches are still happening. I mean, we recorded it so long ago.
Yes.
It feels like forever ago. So I'm excited for people to watch it. And to you guys at home, thank you for being here. Round of applause for Stacey Howard, everybody.
Thank you.
Isn't it awkward to sit there while we
clap? It is.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh, and the crowd goes wild. All right. Love you guys a lot. See you tomorrow, 1 p.m. live at the Roxy. Bye. Woo, Stacey, woo.